Everybody. So, if you were here last week, things were said. Heat of the moment, maybe.
Double down.
I went home and I had a shower. Tried to get this moon smoke off me. And I was reflecting that I think from now on I'm not going to make any jokes about the Transformers. They can't defend themselves. Also,
my dog breathing.
Yeah, we all hear your dog breathing.
Dog's gonna sleep after.
Put it down, dude.
The neighbors can hear your dog breathing.
You're all a bunch of monsters. This dog's sweet.
you paused the timer, right?
Yeah. Dan, you never get the light. You have all the time you want.
Jesus Christ. It feels really good. My promise to be vulnerable tonight feels like a wise decision.
No.
Whoa! What the fuck? Yo, go off,
Anyway.
He's asking for it.
No.
Ding, ding, ding.
Daniel!
Did you know that negative attention is just like positive attention to some people? I didn't have a lot of friends as a kid. I'm sure no one can identify. So I just had, in the 80s, there was just the Transformers. We had the cartoon, and we had the action figures, well, by we I mean me. Comics. Love those comics. And I had my two favorites. They were jet fighters. One was red and one was blue, and I played with them in the playground. And then a girl came up to me and told me, "Transformers? Are you gay or something?" And I was very confused and hurt. My hands wrapped around the cockpits of thrust and ramjet. Because I didn't know what gay was, but it sounded shameful. So I never played Transformers again. Until a few years ago, my mom actually found a box of my Transformers and brought it to my nephews to play with. And that was kind of sweet because it brought all those memories back, and it was fun teaching them how to transform them and explaining the lore to them.
Were any of them gay?
Time will tell. Wait, are you talking about my nephews?
No, the
Or the large space robots?
robots.
Yes, there were homosexual robots among them.
Double down.
Giant robots from space. You think they'd fuck me? I would be running. That's just me. Anyway, the thing with my nephews got me back into the Transformers again. I started looking at the comics and online, and I found that there's a community of people called trans people that I know very little about, and so I can't speak for them. And they really connected with the Transformers. I don't know if it's because the name is trans, or it's because the idea of being able to shift your body or alter your body and not feeling trapped in one form or another really spoke to them. And I thought that was, I don't know anything about trans, except that they have a lot of different kinds of flags, but I think that's kind of cool that they were people I know nothing about were able to connect with something with the Transformers. And that's what's cool about toys and Transformers and whatever in general is you can kind of take these things and add whatever you want onto them. And for me, as a Buddhist, it's because they're immortal, like because they're robots. They can't be killed. They can just be reformed, right? So they're in this civil war where they can't actually kill each other. But because they can't suffer or die, they can never really learn the consequences of their actions, so it's just a constant battle, and that really strikes me as interesting. And I was thinking all this in the shower, and the reason I was thinking of it is because I came back to comedy for several reasons. You're right. The ending is not for the dog's ears. Some days I wish I were deaf. Anyway, the reason I was thinking all this Transformers stuff is one of the things about comedy now that I'm older and have no illusions about my future in this business is I just want to write something good that on a topic that other better comedians haven't already said everything there is to say about it. And so thinking about that, I was like, oh, maybe I could write about the Transformers and what they mean to me and what they mean to the trans community. But then I saw myself in the mirror and went, Transformers? What are you, gay or something? Fuck. All right, well, thanks, everybody.